Hello and welcome to episode 23 of Relegation Regen Rebuild 2 with Parma. And today we're going to finish off the month of September against our bogey team in Cosenza, which was supposed to play last episode. I've really got to address the mistake that I made. I'm sorry guys, I thought I didn't have enough footage. I did the intro for the game, but I didn't got to record it for episode 22. So I apologise. I'm going to do a bumper episode, and we're going to go through the most of October as well. Livorno first in the third, then we'll take on Tomahawks' Benevento, then we'll also play Perugia, and finally we'll finish off the episode against Les. Since we don't have any kit upgrades for the day, let's face bottom of the table Cosenza away. And ever since this patch came along, I feel like time finishing is not as effective as it once was, but even though it's still a bit OP and people are telling me to switch it off, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a run, see how it feels like for this episode. Starting lineup on screen, bit of a rotational side here for Cosenza. I decided to play Vlasic at right back instead of Deisenberger and try out a new strike partnership with Lundgren and Sol Ortiz up top. I want to see how the team performs without either Ujovic or Reed. Reedso is on the bench if we need him. Ujovic didn't score last time out, so I'm sticking with Reedso ahead of Ujovic. He deserves it on the bench. Everyone else, it's the exact same to the first team. Let's do this. Serie B action here live from San Vito Gigi Marula. It is Cosenza's backyard, and it's the Wolves' lair for us. Because every time we come onto this stadium, something bad happens, especially if these guys are bottom of the table, which they are today. We sit in third. They haven't scored a single goal or picked up a single point. We have to win this. Legittimo. Look at that pass. Verona is wide open. That is a goal for Cosenza. I hate this patch. I really do. I feel like the best chance of scoring we have right now is through free kicks. Well, we haven't had a free kick in quite a while. Jacobs from 25 yards out. What a save by Sirocco. I thought that was in. Yes, crosses in. Yes, Kovac heads it back in. Sol Ortiz with the rebound. There we go. Kovac with a great assist. Jose Antonio Sol Ortiz picks up his first goal in Serie B. Ball forward, not the best. Kovac nails him though and injures the player. And that is half time. It is 1-0 heading into the locker rooms. Not being the best the first half. I'm really disappointed we couldn't even keep the clean sheet. Team who hasn't scored before in the league, they score against us within 8 minutes. That just isn't right. And it's not like we have low ratings like we used to. We now have genuinely good players. Boschko, Deisenberger and Reedso are on for the second half. The man of the moment is up top with Sol Ortiz. Let's see what he's got. Reedso, that's a good skill. And another one. Here is Reedso, gets blocked off. But that's the first piece of skill that I've seen that has actually worked in this game. Grabasic with the corner kick. It's too close to the keeper. He's going to punch it out. Gabric still has it though. Needs an outlet. Yes, Lundgren. There's the space for Reedso and he gets the goal. 2-1 to Parma. That should be game over. Man of the moment, Stefano Reedso, answering his critics yet again. Very surprising indeed to see Russo get the goals. Shows how good of a strike partner he was to Ujovic. Third goal in Serie B. He's our top goal scorer for the season. Nowhere near the top goal scorers list, but that's good enough for me. Let's give it back. Forward. Lundgren. I see Ortiz making a move. Ortiz, good save by Sirocco. Oh yes, Reedso steals it off. 2-1 here. Should be a goal, and it is. Sol Ortiz almost denied by the crossbar. The 2 goals that he scored were in off it. How is that possible? Sol Ortiz almost misses an empty net. That would have been dreadful. somehow got away with just hitting the crossbar. He does like the crossbar challenges. He's got 2 to his name and 2 goals as well in Serie B. Ball by Nemani. Maniero. Yes, ball. They've hit the woodwork and they're going to get the rebound. Bruccini gets one back for Cosenza. It's going to definitely make for some interesting last few minutes. I'm glad we scored a 3rd goal. And that's going to be it for this game. 3-2 victory. Very good win. And I'm presuming this man on screen, Stefano Rizzo, is going to get the man of the match. He was superb coming on from the bench. There he is, Stefano Rizzo with the man of the match. 9.3 for him and 9.1 for his strike part. Sol Ortiz with a brace. And Lundgren also tremendous, assisting both guys up top. Gabric, Marinovic and Kovac were outstanding. Same with Eldib. And everyone else was just average. Gruber pulling a couple of decent saves. Well, we've got some monthly scouting updates. But first, unfortunately, Eldib is out with a pulled quad for 2 weeks. Damn new training injuries. And let's get into the monthly scouting updates. First up from Italy, we've got Giuseppe Ricci, another Ricci. Here, 71 to 93, 5'10". We're going to scout him for a further month. We've also got Riccardo Moretti, which I'm going to scout for a further month. He does look alright, but the potential's not good enough. Same with Marco Rizzo. He's got a very good valuation, but the potential is concerning. But Matteo Conti, 5'10", good potential. I'm going to scout them all for a further month, make sure they're good enough. Then Alexander Hintermeyer in New Zealand. Oh my days, what a player here in Marcus Jackson. 49 to 65 overall, potential 76 to 94. He looks the part, 130 in the valuation. I know he's a forward, but he's only 15 years of age. So that is not too shabby for the valuation. Gonna sign him up. Then Owen Bailey, 37 to 49 overall. That's a really low one. We have to scout him for a further month, but the potential looks there. 72 to 94. Then Dragan Boksic in China. Let's have a look at these great names. Manhan has gone up, 53 to 67 overall, 72 to 92 potential. I think he's worth a sign just for the name. Then we've got Anway, 6'6" CDM, 67 to 93 potential. Looks alright, we're going to scout him for a further month, but that is a cracking name. E Wang, 48 to 64 overall, 71 to 94 potential. And to finish off the scout reports, we've got a cracking player here in Kong Shen, 55 to 75 overall. That's one of the best averages I've ever seen in a youth player as far as overall goes. 69 to 93 potential, not the best, but good enough. 6 foot, 17-year-old, $750,000 for the valuation. We sit on top of the table ahead of our next game against Livorno. But in the Player of the Month shortlist for September, we've got not one but 2 players. Rito was expected to be there, but Grabasic made it. We'll have to find out after Livorno's game that we're going to play for the first time at home in this episode. Starting lineup on screen is a mixture between the first and the second side. With Eldiv's injury, Deisenberger gets to start at CDM and Silva Rangel gets a chance in the first team. Also getting a chance in the first team, we've got Cerny, who scored a cracking goal last episode. Vlasic steps in for a tired Marinovic, and Ujovic steps in for a tired Sol Ortiz. And we've got Teki on the bench. I hope to bring him on as well. And the rest stays the same. Let's do this. Serie B action here live from the Stadio Ennio Tardini. We're hosting Livorno, who are doing quite well in this season. There they are, the strike partnership of dreams, with Jacobs and Gallo assisting them. This is going to be a fun day. If we can't score with this team, then something is wrong with the normal shooting in this game. Jacobs, space for the shot, it's straight at Pasciuti. Forgot to point out, Pasciuti in the net for Livorno is a Regen at 63 overall. Yes, Kovac, clear it away. Oh my goodness, what is that goal for Livorno? Give over. Kozak gets a free goal. Just what in the hell is going on? Cerny cuts back. Needs some support. And he has it. Ujovic gives it inside. It's Rito. It's an easy finish for him. It's 1-0. The man of the moment is having a sensational month. Can't win the header. Yes, block. Dear me, how many deflections did that have? Good save by Gruber nonetheless. Incredible reactions there. Yes, header and Gruber catches it. Support has it. Jacobs. Good ball. Cerny is wide open. I see a man at the far post. It's Gallo with the header. Easy catch for Pasciuti. Tackle on the way. Gabric wins the header. That's going to be the half. It's 1-0 as we head into the dressing rooms. It just seems that we can't get off to a strong start, but that man Rito gets us out of trouble yet again. Bruno, Teki and Santoso Jasper for Jacobs, Gallo and Ujovic. Solid performances by them three. Yes, Grubasic. Oh, that's a save. That's Gabric rather. Imagine the scenes if we would have scored from there. Kovac turns back inside. That's a good turn. Teki. Yes, ball out wide. Bruno stops. Effort. It's nowhere near. That is going to be it for the game. 1-1 draw against Livorno. Not the best of performances, but I'll take it. At full time, the scoreboard reads 1-1, but really we had more shots and a lot more possession than them. Getting a feel for this new patch, I'm getting better at it. Still one of those games that I think would have won if it was on the old patch, even without the time finishing. They're just so tougher to break down. Rito got the man of the match with an 8.5. Ujovic got the assist, got an 8.1, and Cerny with a solid performance with an 8.3, even though he didn't score a cracking goal. Gabric almost scored a long ranger, and he had a solid defensive performance. 7.7 for him, 7.6 for Deisenberger. Everyone else was average. We've got a transfer offer for Murad El Mubarak. He is wanted by Querétaro. The chief exec says we can get 1.1 million. I'm going to try and get that, but if we don't, we already have $1 million. So I'm going to meet in the middle. And they do take it. Now we just need to wait to see what Mubarak says about the contract offer. Here we go, third and the big game for this episode. The one that I'm really worried about. First versus third, and both teams are still undefeated in the season. Cittadella being the third, but they had a lot of draws. Right, first versus third, both teams still undefeated. Winning Benevento would be the perfect start. If we lose, we let Benevento take the driving seat and we'll still have a game over them. If we draw, then everything stays the same. Starting lineup on screen is a very similar side to the one that played last game. Just a few players out on international duty. Esposito's in the net for this game for Grubo's out on international duty. Same with Marinovic, so Arvidsson this time gets a run at centre-back. Santoso Jasper goes into the midfield. I want to give him a run out in this episode as well. And I'm keeping that strike partnership because that's what got us the goals. Sol Ortiz is on the bench because he scored 2 in the first game. And I want to make sure I bring him on as well. Serie B action here live from Stadio Ciro Vigorito. It is Benevento's home ground. It's a massive game in the title race. Best defensive team is Benevento. We were the best defensive team, but we conceded 3 in this episode. Now Benevento have the best defense. It's going to be tough to break them down. That's what we got to worry about. Grubasic is going to whip it in. It's good cross to Arvidsson. That's so close to going in. Solid header by the young Swede. Can't pick out the winger. Now he can. Here is Grubasic. Touches it back to his right foot. Good cross in, but Gallo can't connect with the header properly. That was such a great delivery. Gallo did his best with a diving header. That is the last action of the first half. Unfortunately, no goals. We've looked lively here at the end of the half, but anything else, just not really much going on. 2 changes, Deisenberger and Lundgren are coming on for the second half, just to make sure the defense and the midfield still fresh. Ujovic. Give it inside. Lundgren has the space for Grabasic. Good assist at Ujovic. Is he onside? He is. I think it's his first goal of the campaign as well. Very good ball in. That was meant to be a shot, not a pass. But it worked out anyway. How is Ujovic not offside? I'm not sure. Maybe the goalkeeper is playing him onside still. Can we get the ball? Yes, we can. Rito. Good reverse ball. Yes, Lundgren. Lundgren is wide open. You can see neither of the players is pushing him. I'm aiming it to just about to the side of the goalkeeper. And look where he decides to shoot it. That is nowhere near me. Final substitution. Grabasic is off for Sol Ortiz. Just helping us out. Rito drops back. He is tired. I didn't want to take him off. And Lundgren goes onto the wing. Letizia, good ball. And a good save by Esposito. He makes amends. And a beat there. Yes, good save by Esposito. But the rebound is going to go in. Benevento have found the equaliser through not Carino. And all our hard work just undone from that corner. Doesn't have anyone to turn to. Dear me, give him an option, man. And I just sent Deisenberger off because I'm pissed off at my own players. I hate this game. It just does not give me options whatsoever. Esposito whacks it forward. Referee's not going to give us a chance to reply. Full time, it is 1-1. I will take the point, but we did not deserve to draw here. I know it's tougher and I appreciate the challenge, but something's broke when you just can't even play the game. Oh, I just skipped it as well. Ujovic probably the man of the match. He got a 7.9. That's all I saw. The only thing out of that game that's really positive is that we've kept our unbeaten streak alive. Another piece of good news, El Mubarak has been sold to Querétaro, 1.15 million. We've also got a loan offer for Pfista. He doesn't really get the games. Melbourne City want him for a year. I'm happy to give it to you. Another transfer offer, this time for Bernhard Jungbauer. Patriotas want him just over 300k. I'm going to try and get his value. Right, let's ask for the valuation. Let's see if they bite on that, and they do. They want him for the valuation. I'm happy with that, especially because he is expiring contract. For the fourth game, we're up against Perugia, just 5 days after the game against Benevento. They should have scheduled this for another time. Starting lineup on screen again, a mixture between the first and the second side. A few players still tired from the last game against Benevento, as you'd expect. Morales steps in and Sol Ortiz and Teki start up front. Good to see LD recover from his injury, but he's still not fully fit to play this game. He'll play in the final game of the episode. Serie B action here live from the Stadio Ennio Tardini. We're back at home to host Perugia. There they are in 9th. They have a game in hand on us, but 7 points below us. S. Jacobs. Good steal. Ortiz. Give it back to Jacobs. Someone pops up at the far post. It's blocked off by Bianco. And we're not even going to get a corner. Just get this miserable throw in. Look at that. It's absolute waste. Oh yes. Opening for Santoso. Jasper, he hits the post. Teki can't take the shot. And give it back to him. There's Santoso. Jasper with another opening. Good save by Gabriel. Yes, Jacobs. Space. Teki. Yes, now Boschko turns. Shoots and it's wide. That should have been in, really. Best chance of the half goes begging. Vlasic, Bruno and Moreno are on for Morales, Jacobs and Boschko. All had a solid performance, all tired unfortunately. Teki still back to Bruno. Jasper has got Sol Ortiz. He's still going. Sol Ortiz, it's saved by Gabriel. Jasper forward. Teki, take the shot. It's blocked off. That is full time, and they'll all draw. Just a point apiece here. Perugia wanted the point, and that's what they've got. We could not break them down. Just a frustrating game to play. They did nothing going forward. They just limited themselves to blocking everything we did. We had 9 shots, 4 on target, 60% possession. I'm keeping a lot more possession in this new patch. Jasper with the man of the match. He looked the most lively out there. Hit the post. Got a good save off Gabriel. Cittadella have lost their undefeated record. They lost to Salerno at home 2-1. Young Power is off to Patriotas when the transfer window opens. Same with Vista going to Melbourne City. Fifth and final game of this episode, we're away against Les. Starting lineup on screen is the first team side. They are rolling out here against a tired Les. They have one regen there in centre mid. That is Laley, who's a 62 overall cam. Can play on the right wing. Low work rates. Not interested in him though. Serie B action here live from Stadio Villa del Mare. We are away to Les in the final game of the episode. And we have fallen down the table to 4th. That is due to other teams playing their games. And we do have a game in hand on all of the teams above us. And only 3 points separate us from top spot. Can't even win the header. Yes, Grabasic plays it forward. Rito give it inside. Ujovic needs to finish. And does. 1-0 Parma. Come on. Such a frustrating game to play. They just do nothing apart from blocking our stuff. You can't block that. We've just walked it in. Ujovic gets his 2nd of the season. Out wide. Ujovic. Yes, give it inside. Look at the space. It's Gallo. It's a save by Vigorito. It's straight at him. Needs to be better on the finishing there, Gallo. Yes, LD. Header goes over. Here is Fiamozzi. Crosses in. It's cleared out. Grubasic. And there is the half-time whistle is blown. 1-0 to Parma. And the home fans are silent. 3 changes. Teki, Boschko and Vlasic are on for Deisenberger, Gallo and Jacobs. Jacobs is tired as usual. Same with Deisenberger. But Gallo missed that sitter. And he's going off for Boschko because of that. Let's keep that clean sheet. Oh yes, Teki. Oh, the tenacity. The tenacity on that kid. Unreal. And Boschko has a free cross in. Teki, he gets his goal. Very well worked corner. Just nobody closing in on Boschko. CPU just decided to switch the player marking him too late. And Teki gets a free header after that great cross. And gets his first goal in the league. Lamantia. Oh, crosses in. They've hit the woodwork. Take that, CPU. That was for last episode. Vlasic. Boschko. Cross in. Can actually work. Oh, Grabasic. Couldn't get there in time. Oh yes, Ujovic steals it off. Come on, Ujovic. Use all that strength, mate. Yes, square it off. Teki gets a 2nd. Give them the sweaty. It's 3-0. It's game over. Ujovic could have gotten this 3rd of the league, but instead he gives it to Teki, who matches his record in just today's game. Oh, come on. Are you serious now? Touch it down. Yes. Rito, chip it over. Vlasic. The touch doesn't work out. That is full time. 3-0 victory. We've finally been able to keep a clean sheet and score more than 2 goals. Les didn't have a single shot on target. They hit the woodwork once. I guess you can count that. The fan favourite surely happy with this performance. Teki was the man of the match. The trio up top worked a treat. Ujovic with an 8.5 scored a goal. I thought Ujovic was credited with the assist to Teki, but apparently not. So he could have been man of the match after all. Rito picks up an 8.7. I thought all of them were equally good today, in their own ways. Grabasic was alright going forward. Boschko got an assist as well, and the defence was rock solid. Nothing was getting through that defence. I'm really happy with this performance. What a way to finish the episode off. And Benevento are also back to winning ways. They won 1-0 against Frosinone. Right, that is it for this episode. I'm going to leave you with the league table. We are 2nd in the table, 3 points away from Pescara, who have a game over us. Salerno climb up to 3rd after Frosinone losing to Benevento. I'm really happy with us being the only team who's still undefeated in the season. Pescara's also been racking up them wins though. Then Foggia and Cremona round up the playoff spots, and Hellas Verona and Carpi round up the top 10. But next time we'll play top of the table Pescara. This will be a crucial game in the title race, as well as we had one against Benevento today. But that's going to have to wait. You'll have to stay tuned. That is it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm going to see you all next time. And until then, have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.